What's going on, folks? For Gazy TV, Mono Black, checking in today. And I woke up in the morning today and I saw a story, and there was a dust up between Reid and Nicki Minaj. So, just to give you the backstory is, I guess the Met Gala, I think that's how you call it. In order to perform there, you have to be vaccinated. And Nicki Minaj saying, well, if I'm going to get vaccinated, it's not to, get vaccinated to perform at the Met Gala. I'm going to get vaccinated because I want to, which is 100% correct. And I agree with her. And, she said, I have to do a lot of more research on the vaccine to make sure if this is the path I want to take. And I see no problem with this. You know what I mean? We're in America. There's freedom. Listen, you should be able to do whatever you want to do in America. If you truly are free, you should be able to, well, not totally what you want to do, but as long as it doesn't endanger anyone else's life or infringe on anybody's rights, I'm okay with it. This is cool. Like, what she said was perfect. But Reid, jumped in. And she said, well, this is the problem that we have. We have, these people that's telling the masses not to get vaccinated, and this is the issue that, presents itself to us. Now, that I don't agree with. We can look at facts. Everybody's grown. We can look at facts to see whether or not getting vaccinated is the best option for you. Right? So Nicki Minaj responded back, and she said, well, Joy Reid was attacking her because she was doing the white man's bidding. And that the reason why she didn't want to take the vaccine is because she had a friend back home in Jamaica that took it, and now he is sterile. He can't have kids. His testicles, I guess, inflamed, and because he couldn't have no babies, I guess his wife or wife-to-be said, hey, let's postpone this, or probably called it off altogether. Now, that just means, the girl didn't really like you. If that happened and, you became sterile, she didn't want to marry you, dang, that's tough. So that may have been a blessing in disguise, because, it says through thick and thin. I mean, imagine if you did get married to her and then you got vaccinated and that happened, she probably would have left you. So maybe a blessing in disguise. Maybe it's trying to say, hey man, this woman don't really love you. But that's another story. Now, I agree with everything Nicki Minaj had to say, except the one thing. She said Joy Reid was attacking her because the white man told her to. Now, this could be easily, debunked. And the reason why this could be debunked is because there's a lot of white men that are saying, hey, we think you should get vaccinated, but America is a free society, and I don't think you should be bullied into getting a vaccine. And Some other white men are saying, hey, you shouldn't get the vaccine at all. This vaccine doesn't make sense. You know, people are saying, hey, the majority of people are surviving this thing, so, you know, you shouldn't be taking it. Now, whether you take it or not, in my opinion, that's up to you. I'm not here to give you any kind of advice, medical advice. I am not a doctor. I'm not a scientist. So I'm not telling you it's good. I'm not telling you it's bad. I think it's a personal decision that, you know, you should take. So that right there was easily debunked. You know, it's not white men doing her bidding. She wasn't doing the bidding or attacking Nicki Minaj because white men told her to. No, she was attacking Nicki Minaj because the group wanted her to do it. Now, I'm not going to tell you what group it is. If you're smart enough, you'll be able to figure it out. There's one group that's telling you you must get vaccinated. There's one group telling you, hey, if you get vaccinated, that's on you. You decide. Right? She went at Nicki Minaj because Nicki Minaj went against the group. Right? You can't go against the group. Even though you see Joy Reid, I probably said Behart, but it's Joy Reid. Even though you know her individually, Joy is part of the group. She's part of the group, right? And getting vaccinated is one of the things that the group is forcing on people. They want this. So by you saying you're going to do research, you're thinking about it, you know, you have any kind of reservations, no, you're going against the group. But there was another thing that I don't know if anybody going to pick up on or, you know, really looked at or really dig deeper into what Nicki Minaj was saying. Nicki Minaj really believes that she and Joy are not on the same boat. They're not on the same team, folks. She really believes that. Like Nicki Minaj believes that her and Joy are fighting against each other, per se. They're not on the same team. Nah, Nicki Minaj and Joy are on the same team. They're in the same boat. They just disagree on this one topic. But they're part of the same team. And that was the irony of it, because she said that Joy was doing the white man's bidding. Well, one could say, you know, didn't Nicki Minaj create all kinds of, you know, music that was detrimental to the African American community, put it in a package and sold it for like $15, $20? Didn't she do that? Like that wasn't doing the white man's bidding? Telling young girls to bust it open and twerk, and you know, if the man has an anaconda, so that's fine, right? That's not, you know, attacking the black person, right? The black community. That's fine. You could have black people act crazy, do crazy things sexually, over-sexualize each other. That's cool. That's great. But this vaccine thing, no, you're doing the bidding of the white guy. When you're talking about this vaccine, nah, we're different. That's funny, man. You know, a lot of people don't really think, you know, they don't think deeply. And they don't think, dang, if she is doing the bidding of the white guy by telling me to get vaccinated, and I've been telling black people to go crazy sexually for a decade now, like, I'm part of the problem. She doesn't realize that she's part of the problem. Right? A lot of people believe just because, you know, they throw up a bald fist and say BLM, that covers everything wrong that they've done that hurts the black community. You know, and that brings me to my next thought. I was having a discussion with my brother-in-law the other day, and you know, he was telling me a lot of things. When you really think about it, it's ironic, but you know, he was telling me how, you know, America is bad and stuff like that. When I was telling them, no, America's not bad. America's just about America. And America should be about America. Like, why would America be worried about the Bahamas or Haiti unless it benefits them to be thinking about these places? Why would they think about it? He said, well, you know, there was a point in time, you know, America came to Haiti and they did blah, 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 XYZ. I'm like, well, why did the Haitian government or the Haitian people allow it to happen? But no, well, you know, they didn't have an army. And then my next question was, well, why didn't they have an army? You know, like, these are questions you need to ask people. Guys, just because a wolf sees a sheep and the sheep is vulnerable, let's say one of its leg is caught in a trap, are we really telling the wolf, hey, that sheep has its leg caught, don't eat? Like, that doesn't make any sense, right? A wolf will eat. That's his nature. You know, if the lamb's foot is caught in a trap, that's tough luck. You know, that's just tough luck. You know? Hopefully, it, you know, by its leg being caught in the trap probably saved the other sheep, maybe some sheep babies or something like that. But that's just tough luck. A lot of these things that happen in the world I don't take it personal. I just think it was business. It wasn't nothing personal. It was business. We got to understand that these things are business. If you're not ready to compete, or you're not there and you're in the race and you lose, you can't complain that you weren't ready. Right? I mean, you could think this, but ultimately, you need to be worried about, well, the next time I need to be ready. I'm going to train, I'm going to practice, I'm going to do my best, I'm going to do whatever I need to take to get ready next time. I mean, you can't complain. You can't complain and then the next race you lose again, and then complain again and then lose again. You're always going to lose. It's a losing formula. You have to just get back to the drawing board and get better. The reason why people take advantage of Haiti is because Haiti is not strong. This happens to people every day. People sell drugs. A drug dealer sell drug to a crackhead because they know they're not strong enough to say no to this drug. So they sell it to them. You know? People take advantage of people all the time. And I was telling him, look, just because someone is in a situation, and he was trying to tell me, well, you blame the victim. I mean, there's, in some cases, there's great questions you can ask the victim. Guys, why are we in 2021 acting like things don't have consequences? I mean, like, listen, everybody should be able to walk around, I'm just saying adults, the way you want. If a girl wants to walk around, if a girl's, of age, 18 old, and she wants to walk around naked and nothing happened to her, but I totally agree with that. She should be able to walk around butt naked and nothing happened to her. I get that. I wouldn't want anything to happen to her. But come on, walking around butt naked is gonna draw attention. And I'm pretty sure it may draw bad attention. Something that could possibly hurt you. Like, why are we questioning, these things? There's a lot of questions we could ask the victim. Like, why would you do this? Like, there was a girl the other day that she was killed by a stalker, supposedly. And, I was looking at it deeper. I was, looking at things, and I'm like, okay, it was a stalker. Well, all right, he probably kicked in the door. He probably kicked in the door. Well, they said, well, nah, the door wasn't kicked in. So, to me, I have a couple questions. Well, if the door wasn't kicked in, logically, you would have to say, well, someone opened the door. And typically, you don't open the door for people you don't know or don't expect. It seemed like maybe she was expecting this guy. There's a lot of questions to ask. Just because they're a victim doesn't mean that you shouldn't ask them questions. Now, there was a kid the other day. Parents, tucked him in or, went to bed. He went to bed, whatever. He jumped out the house, went to his friend's house, had a great time, chilled, and then when I was walking back home, got to some place. A man pulled up alongside of him, told him, hey, get in, point a gun at him. And, it's probably a pervert guy. Kid panicked, and the guy shot him in the face, and the kid ran off. And I believe he's still alive. He is a victim. But why can't we ask him, hey, why did you jump out your house after midnight when your parents told you not to? See, now, when we victims have to take responsibility for their decisions as well. If he remained in bed like he was supposed to, he wouldn't have got shot in the face. Now, I know that we're saying, well, he shouldn't have been shot in the face. Well, yeah, that's a given, duh. But why can't we ask him, hey, what the hell are you doing on the street after midnight? Bad things. When I was little, I knew being out at a certain time was dangerous. I knew this. So why are we acting Why are we acting brand new, man? And why are we acting like we don't get these things? Like, these things don't make sense to us. Like, this is the most frustrating thing. Like, you know, why are we acting like brand new, right? And yeah, my brother was telling me America's bad, blah blah blah, the worst person. You know, I truly believe he believes, and I think a lot of other people believe, if the shoe was on the other foot, that black people would have been ultra supremely nice to white people. I believe they think that blacks are morally and ethically better than whites. And I mean, you could look around to see. Well, we can look around to see if that's true or not. Because if black folks were ethical and morally superior than white people, then that means we wouldn't be harming each other. We would be uplifting each other. We would be compassionate with each other. Bro, that's not what we're seeing out there. That's not what the facts are. You know? That's not what the facts are. The facts are we're hurting each other more than anybody else is hurting us. And this is facts. Why are we acting brand new, man? Why are we acting brand new, man? Like, these things, like, factually, we can't pull up these things and look at them and determine, hey, are you correct or not? I truly believe he thinks blacks wouldn't have enslaved white people. Bro, I'm here to tell you, it would have went down just as bad or even worse if the shoe was on the other foot. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't get it. I don't understand why we think that we would have done better. But anyway, you know, just past an accident. Anyway, guys, you know, that's Fugazi TV. That's me. You know, just checking in. You know, like, subscribe. You know, do what you do, share, do all that. Hit the Cash App. I got 4 kids, man. Hit the Cash App. Hit the Cash App. I got 4 kids out here I gotta take care of. All right, guys. Peace.